I wanted to share today some of my thoughts on what an eco-village is. I live here in an apartment complex that we call an eco-village, and we also might consider ourselves an intentional community in that we have a focus on sustainability, on recycling, on growing at least part of our food, and so that's our common interest here in the eco-village. But an eco-village can go much farther than that. It doesn't have to be a shared piece of land between a group of people. I think it does help to be at least in close proximity, but really the eco-village is the people, and so any place can be an eco-village. If you're living in a neighborhood and you connect with some people around you that have some of the same interests, maybe you'd like to all grow food in your yards and share that different food, that is, to me, what an eco-village is. An eco-village is the shared connection and possibly shared resources. And we all survive better as people when we're in cooperation with the people around us. And we also feel happier and feel healthier when we're surrounded by people who we feel like us and love us. I've visited a few different eco-villages or intentional communities or communes, and they're all different. They all have a different mini society within them. They all have a different way of decision making, of communication between members, and it all seems to work. And so I would say if you're looking for an eco-village or a community to live in, go and visit a bunch of different ones and actually spend quite a bit of time there, because what it's like to live there is a lot different than what you think it is like. You need to really go there, live it, and experience it to know what it's like. You're in very close proximity with your neighbors, you're in a lot of communication with your neighbors, and so there's some work involved to be able to communicate and to be able to have a method for which your community decides on things. So those are just my couple of thoughts on what an eco-village is to me today, and I hope you go and explore and discover what your eco-village is. I'm just checking up on our mason bees here at the Eco-Village, and looks like a lot of them have hatched out of these little boxes, and looks like they're happily buzzing in and out of the paper tubes. We've also added some bamboo so they can use that for nesting, but we're in full swing here with blossoms of our fruits, and a lot of our trees and berries are actually starting to get fruit on them now, so it looks like the mason bees have been doing a good job. So I haven't been out in the garden for a while. I've been busy producing a pilot show for Greener Good. It's a game show called EcoFit, but I just thought I'd get out here and show you the progress of the seedlings and the plants that have been planted. I have 3 samples for you here today. The ones that have already been planted, and then the original seedlings, and some that were potted up. And so you can kind of see the differences in how they've done, whether they've been planted or potted up. Here's the lettuce that's been planted. It's not doing nearly as well as either the one that got potted up a little bit bigger or the one the original seedlings. These are doing a little bit better, and but these are still doing a whole lot better than that one. And then we have the vegetable mallow, so this little tiny thing. So these are the original seedlings right here. They're much bigger than the ones that I planted, and this is the 3rd week of April here in Portland, Oregon. And then these ones that I potted up a little bit bigger, they are doing much, much better than the one that's been in the ground. I also have some of the kale that was planted back here. So this is the kale that was planted, and it is much smaller than these that got potted up here. And even the ones, the original seedlings that weren't potted up, those are actually doing the best. So that's a really interesting experiment here. Also did plant some of the leeks out in the front garden, and they're not doing so good. These are doing a little bit better than those are. This is another variety of kale. I haven't planted any of that out in the garden or potted it up, so I can't show you any difference, but you can kind of see how things are going. Some of the pea plants here are starting to climb up the trellis, and that's the update for today. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.